I don't even care about a thumbnail or the stream settings this time. I just want to get this over and done with. What would be a good background music to have? Let's see. So many things are like louder or quieter than others. Let's put on like the Kingdom Valley music. That could be quite fun. There we go. Stream is up to date. Good. Floating platform moment. Agreed. Hello, peoples. How y'all doing? I know, right? Daily stream is what an honor. Even though, you know, it's kind of late today. So, play Flying Battery because I'm making floating stuff. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if we'll actually be playing much today. You want me to play, like, Flying Battery Zone? Alright. Let me take a look. Which one will be a good one? Let's play, like, Flying Battery Act 1 from Mania. There you go. You know, Modern Hunter server. Destroy it from the inside. I'm kidding. Right, so I've kind of made the decision, possibly, to keep the slipstream, like, props in the game. And the reason for that is just because it's, like, I guess a memento of when slipstreams were in the game, and also just because they look cool. So, like, I was thinking maybe we can keep in, like, the slipstream props of where the slipstreams once stood. But the slipstream mechanics are gone. I deleted all the, like, slipstream, things that made the slipstream a slipstream, basically. And what I mean by, a vote for... Oh, I'm already voting for Just a Frog. I've already dumped all my bars into his build. Thing is, though, he's already, pretty much guaranteed to lose, which sucks. True Legend is in last place right now, and Orienton is winning. And the reason Orienton is winning is because Sweats don't want to spend time voting for the block they want, and instead are just clicking the default option, which by default is option 3. So Orienton is winning, not because it's a good build, because it is a good build, but because of the fact that Sweats just don't want to have to vote. And they just kind of want it to be a thing. They're too lazy, basically. And it's stupid and I hate it. Epic really poorly handled Block 2.0, in my opinion. It is honestly one of the worst things they've ever done. Alright. So, first things first. The most important part of making the floating platforms is the reason we're making them in the first place. This. The flood. Hello, Water Inaba. How do you do? This is Inaba at 100% flood capacity. Do you guys see why we need floating platforms now? I'm fine. I'm not dying. You're dying. Do you guys see why now we need floating platforms? Because, like, things like Fable to find in a flood scenario, because, like, sure, you've got this whole area, but you have buildings you can stand on top of. And you've got this whole area up here. Wow, I'm lagging. Why am I lagging? Whoa, 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 epic, epic, chill. Okay. You're voting Orienton because they're in the argument. I'm voting Just a Frog because he started the whole meme trend. Alongside me. What is my favorite Sonic game? Sonic 3 is definitely up there. I don't think I have a favorite, though. True, the amount of updates I've been making is insane. Yeah, like, this is, like, the reason I don't want to use volcano vents in the water is because of the fact that they're not going to help around the desert. The desert is mostly the problem when it comes to the flood. It's mostly the desert's, issues. Like, these mountain regions are fine. They're not affected. Like, Shroomy is fine. Like, this whole area of the map is fine. It's like the lower parts, like around Caldera and the desert, that I need to add the floating platforms for. So it mostly comes down to where, like, if this is the max height for the water, like, the water cannot go any higher than this, right? So this is the minimum height for a floating platform. How am I? I am well, thank you. Thank you for asking. Sort of gets on your nerves sometimes. It really depends. So, like, a floating platform, for example, I think will be good, like, around, I don't know, like, here-ish. Like, in the desert. Like, this will be a good spot for one. So I think we should build our first one here. Only issue is when it comes to the floating platform, we have two options. We have the hover platform, which, you know, I get the suspicion that we somehow don't have padlocks. Huh? I was under the suspicion we get padlocks. So a hover platform is scenario number 1 that we can use, and this is, you know, probably the better choice, mechanically. Or, if we go to Dark Tilted, and we go to the Dark Tilted prop gallery, we get the green flames. No, minus 91. We have wacky memory. Let's get rid of that. Let me use green flames. Minus 92. This game is whack. Now, I don't know about you. Did you know you can build on these? My voice is cracking and dying. Sonic wouldn't survive the Eneva flood. Yeah, you're probably right, he wouldn't. My stream last night gave you inspiration for your mini BR? Well, that's good to know. I'm glad, man. What happened to my wings? Why are my wings like that? Well, why am I winged like that? I mean, okay. But, this particle allows you to, build. For some stupid reason. And I don't know why. And, like, here's more proof if you need it. I don't know why, but you can build on this particle. So you might be wondering, huh, I think we should use this particle. Answer is yes, that's what we're doing. Am I gonna make the platforms like Kevin back in, like, season... Nah, no, that's not what we meant. I mean, like, the season 9 hover platforms. Like, the ones from, like, the Neo-Tilted season. Granted, I don't know what I'm gonna build them out of yet. I need to look at props for that. What would be... No, no. I cannot. I will not. I cannot, I will not. I'm going to do it. This piece is perfect. I'm going to use it, and you cannot tell me I can't. That's the only obstacle course gallery piece I'm ever going to use in the history of this game. I hate the obstacle course gallery with a passion, but I'm thinking it might be a good idea to use the grip tape stairs and stuff. Because these actually look kind of good. I'll use these, but nothing else. Someone get a translator for this, man? That's the only obstacle course gallery stuff I'm ever going to use in a map. I hate obstacle course gallery, but I cannot deny that stair looks good. A slipstream's going. The props are staying, but the slipstream mechanics are going. Because we're replacing them with the Season 9 hover platforms that you can use to rotate. Yeah, I know what you mean by, like, the floaty things and, like, the recent galleries. I'm just, like, trying to think... Can you build on clouds? Wait a minute. Can you build on clouds? Ah, that's a rip. I was about to say, that would be a really cool idea. To have, like, cloud islands around the map. That'd be cool. But no, you can't build on clouds. That's a rip. Alright, let's see. What would be good? Like, what has, like, a lot of mechanical pieces? I know. I know what does. But at the same time, we use that gallery a lot, so... Maybe Resistance could have some good stuff. Because I'm kind of sick of using Rig for every single build that we do. Let's, like, look at the IO blimp and stuff. See what they got. The real question is, what do we use as, like, the vents themselves? Fortress gallery. What kind of floors are in the fortress? Not that great. IO stuff is kind of mid, not gonna lie. Invasion doesn't even have anything, really. I mean, you've got painted tiles, but that's about it. I'm looking for, like, mechanical stuff. Ego, no, that's, like, black metal. Black metal's not really... I know where it is. I know what I'm looking for. There you are. You could not tell me otherwise. This tile is perfect. Alright. What's my favorite boss battle in the Sonic series? It's probably an 06 boss fight, to be honest with you. It's probably, it might be Solaris Phase 2, at least for the boss music. I don't know about my favorite boss fight. But boss music, definitely Solaris Phase 2. Why didn't they give us Corny Complex? Corny Complex would have been a very good gallery, I will agree with you there. So, if you guys remember, the design of the floating islands from that season, which was season 9, they kind of looked like a little bit like this, right? I think we'll be using a mix of military and rig in this scenario. Because if we go to rig next, rig is where we're going to be getting most of our walls from. Rig has these pieces, which I think are really, really good. What is the... Yes, no, I like this. I like this. We're going to be building our own kind of design for the floating islands, but, like, this is kind of what we're going for. Okay, I have a better idea. You know what? You know what? We're going to put ramps like this on, like, each side, but we're going to be putting these under the ramps, like, in the middle. Instead of, like, on the outskirts like this. You like the Season 9 islands? As do I. Can I take on Green Hills? What do you mean take on Green Hills? I've already built Green Hill. Green Hill was built, like, ages ago. Nah. Because it was always, like... I can't remember, like, the original design. We can always just try and make our own design, too. Like, that's the other thing. There doesn't have to be a, like, completely, like, recreation, kind of them. You know, I think this is better, actually. I like this more than putting them like this. I think that's kind of dumb. I like that more. And let me find, like, the different rig... like, pieces, like the walls. That's, like, the wrong internal. Was that the wall I just used? I can't quite tell. No, but it is the right one. Why is Inaba flooded? Because it's part of the flood event. That can occur in the game. And I'm trying right now to make it more bearable by adding, like, more areas that you can go to in the event of said flood. So let me go back to military blue A. Let's use this piece. And we'll, like, make it kind of, like, hexagonal in the corners. Because the thing is, the corners is where you're going to be going up, right? Like, that's where you're going to be, you're going to be using the corners to get up to said island. Oh, you want me to play the Green Hill theme song? I get it. Alright. I'm just responding to some of the whack DMs that I have. Alright. So when there's a flood, prob nebulas will make them appear. Oh no, these are going to be here permanently. These are going to always be here. They're going to be here for the whole time. These islands are replacing slipstreams. They're not just here for floods. These are permanent additions. With high ground. Unless you guys don't like that. Like, if you guys don't like that, I can obviously change it later on. Thank you, Mikachu. You are now one of my whack DMs. I literally... I kid you not. I put a message in one of my creative servers earlier saying it's been almost a year since Short Night, and only today I learned the true meaning of why milk is important. So Tiny comes up to DM me, because I sent Tiny a DM the other day saying, look at him, he is king, and it's a guy in an Among Us inflatable doing a backflip. And Tiny just says, life goals, what was the true meaning of the short night with milk? And I said, milk is important, because otherwise a strange fluffy ghost tells you to socialize. Welcome to my whack DMs. Wait, why are slipstreams getting removed? Because they're buggy. Mania Green Hill Act 2 go hard? It does. Let me get that up. Green Hill Act 2. Not Act 23. What is Act 23? There we go. Like, we'll test them in both scenarios, I think. Alright. So, we're gonna need some floors up here. What would be the best design for a floor? I'm thinking maybe this. And we just kind of have, like, 4 of these around the corners like that. And then in the middle, we just throw in, like, this tile. The slipstreams were kind of mid, because they were a little buggy. They were on the buggy side of things. Yeah, I'm not sure about that design. Or I could, I don't know. Let me look at rig again. Because we're using rig for the walls in this build. You know, I have an idea. I think what I'll do is I'll add these up top again. Oh my god. Nice! Creative! Can we get offline, please? On God! What is with the why? There we go. Jesus. I hate creative. I hate it so much. Epic Games does not want me updating Eneba anymore. They hate this map. They want it to go to hell. They want me to go to hell. I love the lag. I love the lag, guys. Love it. You put the Master Emerald in your BR map? Cool, so did we. So, you may be wondering what our plan is. We have a plan. It's a cool plan. It's a very cool plan, actually. Can you run straight through that? No. Never mind that one, then. But I will be doing this. Like so. It's an XL map. Hold up. I mean, what island did I use? Yeah, it's Mountain Ridge. Mountain Ridge, no foliage. Hypersonic's better than Supersonic. Hypersonic is cool. I just wish he came back. Just a duck? It's a frog. It's just a frog. Don't disrespect the meme man himself like that. His name is just... Actually, no, I like it more this side. I like it more rotated to this side, because it looks like there's kind of like a barricade of sorts, or like... It's like a different design. I like that more. Like, I like it more facing, like, this side. That's cooler, in my opinion. Alright. Including up here. So I should rotate it up here, too. I don't care if it's rotated the wrong way. I think that looks cooler. Alright. Check your whack DM. Green Hill Zone 23, a full review. Green Hill Zone 23 is a very intense music palette, starting off the stage itself and progressing into a more rockstar heavy bass theme later on. You can tell the composer put a lot of time into figuring out how to play this piece and it turned out very great overall. 8.76 out of 10. Whack DMs. Skull emoji. Or imp emoji. Whatever. I'm putting on the Wave Ocean music again, you can't stop me. This is the Season 5 update. Tis not Season 6, my guys. It is not Season 6. Alright, let's go to Neo Tilted. As there is a Neo Tilted prop I am here to steal. Or two. It's these. Worst case scenario, I'll only use one of them. Yeah, no, worst case scenario, we're only using this one. Alright, like that. I hate that this customized particle text is showing up. I like how this whole thing is being held up by a single particle, by the way. Your review. Ah, yes. Your review. Neo Tilted, does that have the, yes, it does. This is the prop I was looking for. Bear in mind, I have no idea how many of these islands we're gonna have. Only that there is going to be a couple of them. Mostly in areas that really need them, like Caldera and the desert. Like, these are going to be mostly in areas that really, really need them. I kind of like that design so far. Alright, so now we need to add in a very important part to this. That is going to be the events. So let me find the vent gallery, or the event gallery. Friendly reminder, these are all really cheap. That being said, I have no idea where I'm going to put them yet. I have no idea where I'm going to put the events yet. Could I maybe put the event, like, here? Visible during game on. Yeah, it is visible. That broke that. There we go. That's a safe way down, I guess. Or like another way to rotate. Am I gonna put one of your favorite POIs? What do you mean? I mean, I guess instead of that prop, we can go to Command Cavern, because Command Cavern's got some other pretty good props that we can use as well. Like, instead of that other prop that we had, we could use, like, this one or something. It's slightly cheaper, too. And we could just put, like, the air vent, like, on the outside of it. We're gonna need some props up here, obviously. I don't know what props yet, but we're gonna need a couple. I just want to get the actual, like, design of the thing done first. We're gonna put a hovering platform near the new POI. They're gonna be everywhere where they're required. So, like, there'll probably be one, like, over there by Rock. There'll be one near Caldera. There'll be one near Treasure Trove, possibly. There'll be one near Lake Mist, probably. There'll be one near the new POI. There'll be one near Silent. Like, they're gonna be around the map, just in areas. Alright, so we're gonna steal this we're gonna steal the head of a slipstream, because, you know, that's gonna be important. This one is facing a perfect right angle, so we're gonna be using it. That's the wrong rotation, it needs to be roll. Or not. There we go. Now, how big is this in comparison to... yeah, okay. Maybe we shrink it down a bit first. And we place them like that. Everything on these islands are going to be indestructible, by the way. Like that. And then we're going to have 4 of these on each corner. Or 1 on each corner, I guess. Like so. Like that. But yes, there will be a hovering platform near the new POI. And you can just go ag to the top. There we go. I am going to need to build a base to this somehow. I have an idea. We go to the Primitive Shapes Gallery, and we go find a pyramid. Like so. This pyramid. And we make it big. Unless there's a bigger pyramid anywhere. That I am completely unaware of. I don't think there is, though, so... You know, we'll have to make do with this pyramid, I guess. Is that, like, directly in the middle? Not quite. Now it is. As long as it's covering the particle, it's all good. I don't want to destroy that particle. I really don't want to destroy that particle. Because the thing is, if I move that particle, I feel like this whole thing's gonna shatter. So maybe I should select the whole thing first. Before I move that particle. So that I have the whole thing in my multi-select. Because, like, if I pick up that particle and put it back down to move the entire hover platform... God damn it. I hate selecting things in creative. It's such a hassle. Honestly, I feel like these do have the potential to be better than slipstreams because of the fact that they have more use. You can actually, like, build on these on, like, slipstreams. That is, like, one of the issues with slipstreams. You can't build on top of them. And, like, in an endgame scenario with the water, the fact that you can, I guess, just use them to, like, run away, like, permanently is kind of annoying. But, like, you can fight on these, which is good. Yes, 1000 memory, my beloved. Alright, let me, I think I have every single green thing selected. So let me save this whole thing. There we go. I'm gonna pick up the particle. It didn't shatter. Oh, thank God. Make the particle in settings to enable game face, put it to none. So the particle's like, I don't know. I mean, it works, it works. It's inside the thing now, and the whole thing stayed floating. Good, that's how it was meant to be. Alright. Alright, so now we need to get a prop manipulator and make this whole thing indestructible. Why is it invis? I dropped some, didn't I? Yep. That makes more sense. Alright. Start hidden, no. This will be priority number 8. Affect all objects in a zone. This, I think, is a 4x4. Oh, no, it's a 5x5. I don't know what I'm thinking. It's a 5x5. Or 5x5 by 3, more so. There you go, it affects every single thing in the zone. Good. It's... I'll like shrink it a little bit though. 5x5 by 4, there we go. Alright. And then I just got to go up to the prop manipulator, and I just gotta... First of all, set it to none, so it's not enabled. At the moment, and it is... I hate the settings menu. Why is it so buggy? There you go, it needs to be invulnerable. There we go. I could just make the base invulnerable. That's the other thing. Like, it could honestly just be the base that's invulnerable. Like, I could just move it down like this. And I just resize it. Like that. Or not. Because I realize any props that are in here will be, shattered, I suppose. Or, hear me out, another idea is I move it under the thing and I increase the height. to about like 2 tiles. And I just have it do the following. I think it's inside here right now. That's the particle, I think. Yeah, it's not quite overlapping the thing. Remove the pyramid. Remove the particle. I need to get the prop manipulator up a little bit. Like, just resize the height a little, like that. No, because now that's going to affect the wall, so I need to shrink it again. I need to get it to, like, the perfect size so that it only affects the floor and not the wall and anything above it. There you go, it only affects the floor now, as you can see. Good. That's how I want it to be. I want you to be able to break stuff on top of it, but not the floor. There's going to be loot on the platform. Yeah, there's going to be ammo boxes on it. No chests, just ammo boxes. But, you know, that doesn't matter because you get loot from ammo boxes anyway. So what I might do with each hover platform is, like, when I auto-select the whole thing, like, it's gonna be a bit of a tricky scenario. I need to determine how many props all of this is gonna be, or, like... I need to grab all of this. I need to grab the entire hover platform. And then I will do the math to determine how much asset room I have left. Because, remember, you can only select up to 100 assets at a time, and this was like 80-something already. So I need to see and check how many assets I can place. Because each ammo box is going to be an asset, and each prop is going to be an asset, right? So we're going to need to do a little bit of math here to know what our selector limit is. Math is important, people. Don't fail it like I did. I failed math. I got ungraded because my score was so bad. They just kind of refused to grade me. "94 assets have been selected. That means we have 6 assets that we can place on this. Only 6. So we gotta make those 6 assets count. So we want these to be viable landing spots. So I think each one should have about 4 ammo boxes. At least. At least 4. So let's go underwater and try and find an ammo box to take. Where would an ammo box be located, you may ask? A POI, for some reason. Not really sure why they would be at a POI, but, you know, they're gonna be at POIs. So I'm thinking... maybe each one should have 3 ammo boxes. Like, 1 on the top layer and 2 in the middle. Like this. I think that's fine. Respecting A for maths, history, and drama. Nice. That is good, right? Right? So that took 94 up to 97. Meaning we have room for 3 props. You know what, let's do this. Let's take these out. Get rid of these. Get rid of those shutters. That way we get 4 more props. So that takes us down to 93. Now we're at 94 again. So there's now 4 ammo boxes. So we can now have 6 props. An A or A+? Nice. You go, King. Alright. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, I just realized. We don't even have the air vents yet. We can do the air vents in a bit. We can come back to the air vents. Because we need to tamper with each individual platform anyway. So I'm thinking, since we can have up to 6 props, I'd say we can have, like, an oil thing, or, like, maybe, like, 2 oil carts, like, mirrored on either side, like this. Now we got 4 props left. What do we do with those 4 props, though? I guess, like, storage stuff. 3. 2. 1. I think our final prop should be a light. Where's the lights? Or like a power thing. You know, maybe one of these like power boxes instead. Should be our 100th prop. That's 100. Do you feel this feels like a food fight crossover? Ayo. You know, these are more like floating platforms from Season 9. These aren't really, floating platforms. In like a flood scenario. That being said, these are intended for use with the flood, so... These are basically a double, use. The floating platforms have a double use in the map. They function as the replacement for slipstreams because they have they're going to have wind tunnels that you can use to redeploy, and they have air vents on top of them. And they also function as a what am I selecting? The air vent? Maybe. I don't know. Need to grab all my props that I've yet to grab. I need to grab all the walls and stuff up here. Why can I not grab this? Is there like 2 of that tile here? Wait a minute. There is! Why? How bizarre. I'm not gonna question it. It's gonna take a moment to grab everything again. You know, welcome to creative, I guess. There's always something that is unaccounted for. There's always something unaccounted for in creative. And you never find it until the last minute. I know that we have multi-select delete now as well, so that's a thing that we can do if we need to. Prop manipulator, the particle, that. And now I need to grab all of the wind tunnels on the side of the thing. There we go. Grab that one. Grab that one. Math. Math, everybody. Math. Alright. We now have the whole thing selected. Yeah, those are the changes we're doing. That poll that we put out last night. That's what we're doing right now. Alright, so, here is where we're gonna go into screen display mode. For a good reason. Because I need to plan something out. So, you're welcome to, like, all my memes and stuff that are in my recent files. Let's go to Inaba folder, we're gonna go to new map. We go find the Season 5 minimap, which is right here. Bear in mind this is slightly outdated because Tropical Tides is not on said minimap. And we're now going to plan out where we're going to put them. Just so that we don't have too many. And so that they're in close enough proximity together. So that they don't cost like a certain amount of memory. I'm going to put like a blue circle where each one will go. So we're going to have one about here in this part of the desert. I'd say we should have one around here as well. Like maybe around like temple area. More so here, actually, because that's where buried building is. So, like, I'd say about here. Yeah, memory we do need to watch out for. Agreed. I'll put one down here near Desperate Dumps. We'll put one around here in, like, this area, like, around Caldera. I'd say we could put one near Treasure Trove. Like, around there-ish. We'll put one towards... That's where Bliss Mountain is, so we can't really put one there. We could put one, like, over here near Fabled. We'll put one near Shroomy, like, about here. And we'll put one, like, over here. Like, near Tropical, around the beach. I think those are some good spots. So with that in mind, let's drag our hover platforms. So we got one here currently. Our next one we said was going to be about like here, right? So let's fly over this area. It's kind of hard to like see. About here. Right, so our next one, we said was going to be about here. So we fly back over to this one. And we fly our way over to the thing. But I'm now realizing that we are too far currently. So we need to move it to about here. Our next one we said was going to be around Treasure Trove. So we're going to fly our way over to Treasure Trove now. Around the marker, so about here. Plus 2,000 memory, by the way. Definitely not an issue. Right. We said there was going to be one, like, around here. Or, like, around here, around Shroomy. Kind of, like, in the slipstream path. Kind of around Forest Creek. But you see, Forest Creek is also where the memory is absurdly high, so... Slightly lower memory in this location. Like, towards Wooded. We said there was going to be one near Blissful, like over here. That's where we're going to move the next one. That is high in memory. Yeah, we can't put one there. Memory's too high in that location. I'll have to come back and delete that one. What are we doing? How did I get the minimap photo? Photo editing. I edited the picture. That's how. Wavy Sands should have one. About there. I mean, this area is pretty close to mountains, too. So I'd say we can, like, safely get rid of this one. We can safely get rid of this one. But, you know, for whatever reason, it's not gonna fall apart. I don't know why. I didn't have buildings prop on, so I don't know why it's not, like, falling to pieces. I didn't mean to delete that tree, but whatever. Can't exactly see what's below me when the flood is here. We need to get rid of this one. Now it's gonna destroy itself for some reason. I don't know why it wasn't destroying itself before, but it is now. Cool beans. We got a couple of them. Around the minimap. So what are we doing? We're setting up floating islands from, like, Season 9. And that's gonna be where the, I guess these are replacing slipstreams in a way. Because they're gonna allow you to have platforms to stand on in the flood, and the flood won't affect you. And you can also build on them, so, you know. But yeah. And now that we all know that they're all above the flood, we're gonna go disable the flood effect. So we need to go find the water volume, which is down here. We need to set the default vertical fill percentage to 7. And we set this to none. Oh, there we go. Water's been reset. So we need to go to each one. And I guess I need to set all of this back to GridSnap 2. There we go. We move this back to the middle, and we move this back to the middle. I promise you I'm not an idiot and I know what I'm doing. Alright, I didn't mean to move that one like that. Goes like there, this goes here. Next one was over here by the ocean. We did delete the one that was here, so we don't need to mess with that one. And next up we mess with this one. I don't actually know how many we have. If I check back at the map, we deleted that one. And we kind of deleted this one. So they're only in these locations. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we have 6. So we should name them, like, we should all name them different landmarks. Cool beans. They all exist. Haha. So slipstreams are disabled? Yeah. No, the flood is just weather. It's a natural disaster. And these are, I guess, replacing slipstreams. Alright, so we need to get some wind tunnels. We need a skydive volume for that. Where's the skydive volume? There you are. So immediately, I already see that this isn't a big enough volume. Now it is. It needs to be about 2 tiles in size. The skydive volume, what we're gonna do is we're gonna rotate it upside down. Like this. And then we set the zone height to like 60. So now, as you can see, it goes straight down to the ground. Enable during phase all. And we're gonna try and push players up with this thing. So let's set a force of -1. So, if everything goes right, and I go into this, vroom. I am gonna slowly float up, or I can quickly float up. And then use the thing. Also, I just destroyed the prop, so I need to go get the prop. Because, you know, air vent, I guess. There we go. And now all we need to do... is pick up the skydive volume and move it to each individual gap. And then we change the height to 100 again. Or like 60 or whatever it was. So that they all go under the map. Like that. So now, when you're in-game, you'll be able to go up to these platforms just by going up through the slipstream. Nice music, thank you, I appreciate it. It is Wave Ocean, The Water from Sonic 06. There you go. That is our hover platforms. That will be replacing slipstreams. Alright. Let's do this one next. So this one, we are going to increase the height. Worst case scenario, we delete the slipstream props. Because they don't even serve a purpose anymore. Honestly, I'll probably do it anyway. This season's starting to feel like a future. Put icons on the sky platforms. I will be making them landmarks. I'll be giving them landmark names. But first I'm going to tear down the slipstreams because I guess it saves memory in some of those higher memory areas of the map. And if there was an imagined poster on any of them, we will be deleting the imagined poster that was on the thing. Like, I was convinced that, yep, there was an imagined poster on this one. We need to check the bottom of them first, because some of them have the imagined posters on them for some stupid reason. You know, this is kind of like a, it's just a summer season, really. The season doesn't really have a theme, it's just cool stuff. Whatever I feel like adding to the game gets added to the game. I know this one has an imagined poster. There we go. Slipstreams you could break anyway. Like, I didn't like the fact you can break them. I thought it was a little bit stupid. And, you know, they were just buggy, period. Goodbye, Imagined. We will miss you. Or at least the Imagined poster, not the Imagined restaurant. That's staying. I wouldn't get rid of Imagines even if I wanted to. I love Imagines too much. Imagines is the best landmark we've ever made in any of our BRs. It is a very comical location and therefore it's going to stay in the game. No sign of an Imagined poster on this one. The slipstreams were just kind of dumb in my opinion. Like they looked really cool, but they didn't really work very well, which was a shame. But honestly, I think hover platforms will be more useful, and they'll work better. There's a mech icon, but not a mech vehicle. True. Hey, Lone Jonesy, how's it going? Alright, let us add the air vents to this hover platform next. That being said, like, when it comes to naming, like, I don't know if I would add an icon to the hover platforms, or if I'll just give them a landmark name. I could give them both, too. Because all of them are landmarks. Now, we've got 3 currently that are set up and working. Yeah, we have 3 that are currently working. Let's go over to the 4th one, which is over here. The slipstreams on these are never going to disable. I know in regular BR actual slipstreams disabled, but air vents didn't. And the reason for that is because players could be stuck up here. So I'll keep air vents permanently enabled as well, or like hover platform air ducts. They'll be permanently enabled. They'll never be disabled. I do like how we kind of had them back during Season 7 in the form of abductors. I thought that was kind of cool. But I'm gonna be real with you, I missed these, dude. I really missed these, like, hover platform kind of things, so I think it's really cool to add them to Inaba. And honestly, I do think this will make Flood a little more bearable, because while you're up here, you won't have to run from the water, ever, because it's always above water height. And you won't have to worry about, not being able to build, because you can build up here. I think there's only one hover platform left on the whole map, and it's the one over by the ocean. Yeah, it's the ocean one. Alright. Right, set the height to 60, so it's guaranteed to go under the map. This one goes into, like, the waterfall area a little bit. That's interesting. Cool beans. Are we testing tonight? Maybe. Let's get our landmark names. Let's steal the one that's at Scully Falls. Wherever the landmark naming device is for this place. There it is. So it has an icon. What would the icon for this even be? That's the question. I guess a UFO, maybe? We'll keep looking. I think the UFO might be a good one. Yeah, I'd say the UFO. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna get rid of the icon for this one. Because this is the landmark name. We can steal the icon from the ice cream van. Alright. So let's change the color of the icon to white, and we're gonna set it back to the UFO. Because personally, I think the UFO is the best option. Hey Merlin, welcome to the stream. There's rift zones in your BR? Hey, yeah, you have been in the community for a while. I'm gonna set the, I guess text color to white for these ones, but they're still landmarks. Hold on, I need to give these, like, proper names. Let me set this back to, like, screen display. There we go. Or game display. Alright. Let me see. Military name alphabet. Is there not an A? Okay, it's photonic alphabet, that's the one. Military photonic alphabet. Or phonemic. I don't know how to pronounce it. Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, Delta, Echo, Foxtrot. I thought it was Epsilon. Whatever. We'll call this one Alpha. Because this is the first one that we're naming. Oh, there we go. Let's go find the next one to name. I believe it's this one that's next. So we call this hover platform Bravo. And then we go over to this one, which is next. You are going to be hover platform Charlie. I'm calling it Epsilon. I don't care if it's called Echo. I'm calling it Epsilon. You cannot tell me otherwise. Now it's in the middle. So we go to name it. This one is going to be called Delta. This one is Epsilon. Is there an L in Epsilon? Like, or an I, rather? I think there is. Not a hashtag, though. Nah, screw it, I'm calling it Echo. I don't know I don't know how to spell it. So I'm calling it Echo. And this one is going to be Foxtrot. There we go. Now each of them have names. Nice. So you can see all their locations on the minimap, but you can't see their names unless you're at the specific one. To keep, I didn't pin the Discord in chat. Thanks, Melon. I'll do that now. Alright, see you, Mikachu. Thanks for chilling. Epsilon? Alright. Yeah, I was gonna say Echo, like, it looks weird on the map, so I would much rather call it Epsilon. Thanks for spelling it for me. Epsilon. There we go. Alright. We're in the testing phase. Let's change the background music and then I'll upload the thingy link. Let's put on like Flamecore Volcano. That could be a fun track. Alright, let's go to invites. Let me get the Discord server link real quick. I'll put it in chat because Merlin reminded me. Thank you very much, Merlin. See, what would we do without Merlin, chat? What would we do without them? What will we do without them? There we go. So now we test the game. Hopefully we get a flood. I would like to see how these play in the flood. Not a flood game, but we can still test them anyway. So now if you open the minimap... Oh god, the minimap is flooded with emoticons now. Look at that. Jesus Christ, look at that. There's so many icons. You know what? I have a better idea. I know how we can make the minimap less flooded with icons. On what channel is a flood enabled? On Win is the flood, I think. 460. So we're gonna go up to each one. And we're only gonna enable the icon on 460. So it doesn't clog the minimap. Because that really clogs the minimap, like, wow. The minimap was clogged already. You're back, you're not eating dinner quite yet? A lag? Oh, is the stream lagging? Wouldn't be surprised. What else is new with this channel? I much prefer these to slipstreams already, though. Personally. I really hope this makes floods a bit more bearable. I know that people don't like the... Like, some people don't like the flood, some people do. Like, I know Pyro hates it with a passion, for example. So I really hope this does make the flood a little more bearable for people like Pyro and the others who don't really like it. Okay, we have a flood. Alright, we get to see how it works in a flood. I don't know what I just did, but it looked cool. It's not lagging for you? Ah, it's just your internet then. Fair. I know you guys told me to make, like, a dark, stormy effect when it was, like, flooding. Honestly, I could do that after this round. It just depends on if I can afford a Skydome or not. If I can afford a Skydome, I will. Because you guys wanted me to set up, like a misty, like, stormy weather-looking fog when it's raining. So if you guys want me to do that after this test, I can do that. They got some pretty poor render distance, but they work, so that's all that matters. They look kind of nice, though. We have a northernmost zone, it seems, this round. But the hover platforms do have loot on them, so... it only has ammo box loot, though. There's no chests. Because we can't afford any more chests. But there's 4 ammo boxes on each one. So they are kind of viable, but also not really. But you know, speak of the devil, I got a Mythic Striker. So yeah, you can also break the walls, as you can see. However, you cannot, or apparently you can, break the floor. I don't know why. You shouldn't be able to, but apparently you can. I'm not quite sure why. Did the prominent peeler not work? I'll look into it. Ammo boxes are basically chests, yeah. But you can mantle up here. That will break that when you use that thing. You know, it works. But you just gotta fly into the wind tunnel. And it'll let you up. And you can rotate. Like that. So they work very similarly to slipstreams in like the methods of rotation. So like let's land at the desert, for example. And start harvesting a couple things to, like, for materials. So like here we are, we're in the desert, we're just doing desert things. Because, you know, desert. Storm's closing in. Where do they get the railing on the slipstreams? What do you mean the railing? You mean like the circle things? The circle things are from farms. The hover pads? I don't know which one you're like specifically referring to. Like, as you can see, here comes the water, it's starting to rise. And the desert is notorious for flooding really quickly in a flood. So we're gonna wait for the flood to flood the whole map. As you can see, the desert floods very quickly. But, if there's a hover platform nearby, which there's 2 in the desert, that isn't a problem. Because you can just go straight up to the top. And then, you're perfectly safe from the flood for the rest of the game. You're welcome. However, we have to rotate. But we can use the air duct on this to rotate to one in the zone. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this. To gain some height. And we can use that to rotate. Hey Banana Boy, how's it going? Yeah, I'll update the patch notes to replace slipstreams with hover islands. Thanks for reminding me. I don't actually think there's a hover platform in zone besides the one on Tropical Tides. You know, these were added to help with that, so... Do I have a launch pad at all? No. I've been considering updating the model of the supply drop back to the Chapter 2 model as well. I should add ziplines. We don't have ziplines in creative yet, so we can't. We are getting them at some point, though, as far as I know. We're getting both ziplines and ascenders, which are the vertical ziplines. As you can see, the flood has completely covered Tropical Tides. But you know, that's not going to be an issue. Why would it ever be an issue? We have a hover platform right here. You know, the waterfall at Tropical Tides is like completely covered. Cool. And now we have some terrain platform over here. Cool beans. Are you getting them? I don't know when. I didn't say I know when. I just said at some point. Okay, you shouldn't be able to break these though. I don't know why they're breakable. Like, the floors aren't meant to be breakable. I'll have to look into the, mutator. Not mutator, the, prop manipulator. My good? Are you referring to the guy in chat or me? I mean, when the circle pulls up to the mountains, yeah, that's a good zone anyway for a flood. But in a bad zone for a flood, hover platforms will come in clutch. Like, I can just stay up here and the flood is never going to get me. Never. It will never cause me problems. Like, it's still rising. You can see it slowly rising. And the reason I know that is because the flood will always cover the entirety of Crystal Cavern. Crystal Cavern is always fully submerged. And you can still do this too, so if you're under the water, hello, I am under the water. You can still drown. But you know, let's hope that's not an issue. Hello, I am under the water. How do I know? Because Paradox told me. Smile. Hello, I am under the water. I love that you can do that. You can just take a dive into the water. And this is what happens, by the way, if you take a dive down, like, all the way under the water. It just forces you back up. Hello. What the? Alright. As you can see, though, the water is very soon going to stop rising. You can see it's about to cover Crystal Cavern pretty much fully. It just did, actually. Besides, like, the top terrain bits of it. I just want to watch, like, the max height for the water. I think it just hit max height. Yeah, I did. The water's not moving up anymore, so this is the max height for water. But as you can see, I am perfectly fine. Because I am up here. And therefore, I don't have to run from the flood. Problem solved, and it allows you to rotate like a slipstream. In short, problem solved. Hopefully, anyway. Alright. So now let's investigate why I was able to break that. I don't know why I was able to break that. I shouldn't be able to break that. Maybe I'll resize the, If I do this again, so that I can edit the prop manipulator. I'll resize the zone height again. There you go, now you won't be able to break them. Smile. Like, I'll go do that for every single one. And then I'll add the Skydome for the flood. Because you guys want that, apparently. It was a suggestion on a previous stream. Also, I moved this the wrong way. I meant to move it this way, like this. There we go. So that I can reach the prop manipulator. There we go. Move that back in place. Move that back in place. And next up is this one. Why is there a particle at the bottom of the sky platforms? The particle is what holds them up. The particle is our replacement for the hover platform. Because particles support that particle, that specific particle supports builds. So it's a more efficient way to, I guess, use hover platforms. Because hover platforms are stupid and I hate them. So the particle holds it up. I like how I say that. Yeah, I use the hover platforms on, like, every single build I do. I don't have the right rotation here. I think I need to move it this way. Yeah, I do. Because I can't reach the prop manipulator. No, I can. There you go. Now the floor is going to be unbreakable. For every single one except this one. Nope. Nope. Gonna have to move this one, I think. Yep. Move that. Resize. Move. Move. There we go. Problem solved. You didn't know that? Well, you do now, and you can use it as a nice little building exploit. You are welcome. Alright. So if we can afford it, I'll throw on a Skydome. It's actually kind of cheap for a Skydome. Holy crap. I didn't realize it was that cheap for a Skydome. Alright, so the light source color mode will be match position. Light source will be sun. That being said, I have no idea where the sun is. It's directly above the map. In the event of a flood, since it floods first, I feel like the sun should be, like, rotated this way. But I, like, lower the light source intensity, maybe? It's hard to get the light source correct. For some reason it's negative 300 for you. Memory is kind of whack right now. I'll keep it at all for the minute. It needs to be like a grey ambient light. Clouds. Twisty. What does realistic clouds look like? I feel like realistic clouds might look a little better. Cloud speed, very slow. cloud color, it's raining. They need to be like black, pretty much, like black clouds. Like a dark set of clouds. Skydome color, we need to lower like the color to be like a dark blue color, like a grayish color. We'll try this. Stars visibility, no, because it's a rainstorm. It's not nighttime. Ambient light, let's lower it to like 40. This is really dark here now, though. Where was the skydome? God damn it, I've lost the stupid skydome. I've lost the... There it is. Let's increase the light source intensity back to like 60. We can have it back. We can have it be like back there again, so that like some areas are brighter again. I really don't like skydomes. It's so hard to get them to look natural. We still haven't worked on the SCP map for a while. Sorry about that. We will be working on it in a bit. We're kind of just waiting for a lot of things to come to the game right now, Nebula and I. That's too thick a fog. I'd say like 40 would be better for like the rainstorm. Or 50. Well, there you go. Now it's slightly foggy and like darker when it's raining. Can I make it even darker again? Like by lowering like the light source intensity? I mean, it's more ambient, sure. I might make it darker again. Like with the skydome color. And then I could just make the clouds like actual black. That's the ambient light, and then the clouds can just be like actual black. That's better, that's more like a rainstorm. And then I'll move this to the rest of the flood mechanics, like over here. And I set enable true phase none, and we enable this on 460 when it starts to rain. Now let's try and get a rain. Well, I appreciate your, I guess, fandom, Matt. I appreciate it, thank you. We're mostly waiting for things like proximity chat, first person, and melee. That's what mostly like the things we're waiting on. Because 096, one of the lance abilities, or like the abilities like with the melee spear, will be really good with the 096. And even then, there's like we don't have like hit detection mechanics, so we can't really do like insta-death by some SCPs. Like we don't have hit detection yet, which in my opinion is really stupid. We didn't get a rainstorm, so I'm gonna end the game. I don't think we got a rainstorm this game either. I just want the rainstorms to look way cooler. I kind of wish the radio had like like the radio device had like an ambient storm audio. I think that would be really cool. Oh, there we go. We got a rainstorm. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's ambient as hell. Look at that. Oh, wow. Look at that, chat. Whew. Flood got an upgrade. The Flood got a bit of an upgrade, chat. Look at that. We've got the Storm event, boys. Like, I like how you can still see the sun through the clouds, too. It's like, it's really bright, actually. Yeah, Merlin, thanks for explaining the, stuff to me, or to them, for me. Thank you, I appreciate it. I want to visit Treasure Trove, because that's where I mean, the zone's over here anyway. The immersive. How do you make random events? RNG zone. Hey, we got Gosling Cone. I have a challenge to claim 5 ice creams. I don't know why I only claimed 1. I love getting an ice cream in the middle of a stormy rain. Don't you? Don't you, chat? I do want to head up to the hover platform at some point. Since this isn't like my main account gold, I'm gonna buy the Mythic Primal Rifle and the Mythic Hammer. Just because I can. What is an RNG zone? A random number generator with a volume attached to it. It's a random number generator. A lot of Eneba's mechanics use it. But the random number generator is kind of like a core thing in Eneba's mechanics. Without it, a lot of our stuff wouldn't work. It's important for storm circles, it's important for challenges, it's important for the flood. Like, all of it is handled by random generators. You know, like, it is ambient as heck, dude. Like, the new, like, Skydome for the Flood makes it ambient, dude. I really like the ambience. Yes, it means, like, the time of day will never cycle. But honestly, you wouldn't see a time of day anyway in a storm this bad, so... Let's test. Why can I break this? I shouldn't be able to break this. There's a prop manipulator covering it. Something ain't quite right with the prop manipulator. And I'm not quite sure what it is. I'll investigate. You like the new lighting? Yeah, it's nice. I like it. And you only see it during a flood, but it's cool. Okay, I don't know why the prop manipulator is not working, though. It should be. I don't know why I can damage this. I'll have to investigate it again. Maybe it's, like, just not enabled or something. This is also a really good vantage point as well. Like, these make for really good vantage points for, like, endgames, because You can see quite a bit of Caldera. Including that one, like, launch pad that shouldn't be there. That's not meant to be there. I'll just delete that after this round. You got a vantage point from Wooded. You can see Pirate Plunders. You can kind of see Treasure Trove if you, like, stand up here. Like, this is a good vantage point. Cool beans. Like, you can see the flood rising. But the flood will never get me up here. Oh, we changed it to Invincible? Yeah, they're all set to Invulnerable. I'll investigate what's up. What is up with you? Oh, that makes more sense. Enabled during phase none. That makes more sense. I, chat, am the definition of an idiot. I knew something wasn't quite right. I figured it out. It's just not enabled. Jesus Christ. What is with me today? Poop emoji. Yeah, I'm kind of a poop. I'm kind of poo-poo as a creator, I know. Look at this. Look at this big embarrassing mistake. Also, this is a big embarrassing mistake. You should not be here. Goodbye, Launchpad. Like, I wish I could add more of these, but, like, I just can't. Because of the fact that the memory in the areas where I wanted to add another one is too high. What other textures do I have for this, anyway? Well, grey marbles are no. Black marbles are no. Concrete. Nah. Hex Pulse. Honestly, that could be really pretty. Hex Pulse could be really pretty, but I don't know. Imagine setting it to disco. Nah, I think Carbon looks the best still. Did I enable it? I don't even know if I enabled it. Yeah, I did. My memory's just failing me. I don't know why it's set to none. It shouldn't be set to none. Well, it's not now, so problem solved. Alright, see you, Ice. Go and enjoy your dinner, I guess. Why is it there? Because it's a cool design. That is why Second Blazer is a cool design. It's there to make it feel like more futuristic and high-tech. The green ring is, I guess, to make it feel more high-tech. The green particle is to replace the, hover platform. Oh, the green particle, yeah, I thought so. The green particle is there to replace hover platforms because they can support builds. Hover platforms cost like almost 2,000 memory and they're really expensive. And the green particles can support builds just as well. There's literally no reason to use a hover platform when you can just use that green particle. You can find that particle in Dark Tilted. It's part of the Dark Tilted prop gallery. Epic were originally going to fix it, but the reason they didn't is because so many people used it and it would break so many maps. So they just decided, instead of fixing it, let's just leave it in the game. Epic have no intention of fixing the green particle. There you go. Can't break this now. You can break this, though. You can't break those walls, it seems. You probably can't break the ammo boxes. Can I break these? Nope. But I might be able to break the TV. Yeah, I can break the TV. But I can't break the other stuff. It's whatever. So you can break most of the stuff. I have an idea to maybe fix it. It's called shrinking the thing again. By 1. What's the green particle? It's a green particle from Dark Tilted. Also, as you can see, the hover platforms are not marked on the map because it is not a flood, and therefore they do not need to be. I might destroy that prop on the top. Because there's no reason to be there, because it just breaks when you use the vent anyway. Is the music from Persona? No, it's from Sonic 06. Let me switch to Flame Core the Cavern as well. There you go. You know, background music is from Sonic 06. It's Flame Core the Volcano, aka Flame Core Act 1. I might expand Tropical Tides a little bit as well, after I've, like, deleted these, like, beacons or whatever on top of the hover platforms. I'll delete the beacons on top of the hover platforms, and then I'll, I guess, do the thing, like, by shrinking the thing down a little bit, and it should fix all of the props. There we go. So now, we need to start working on the prop manipulators again. So we move the green particle out the way, we get to this, resize, height, shrink 1, like so. And as you can see, the thing is now overlapping the floor, but it's not overlapping the stuff on top of the floor. So you can't break the floor, but you can break everything else. That's exactly what we want. This is literally the only hover platform with a different rotated prop manipulator. It's kind of annoying. There we go. Every single other one has the same rotation, so I don't have to face a different direction. I know exactly what direction to face. There we go. We got Treasure Troves one next. Shrink. Place. Place. I don't know about you guys, but I actually really like Sonic 06 as a game. That's gonna be a really controversial statement, but like, I think Sonic 06 is still a really good game in my opinion. I personally think the bugs help add to it, honestly. They add to the charm that the game has. It's also a game I grew up with, so I have bias towards it. There we go. That should fix those. Have I been to Longleat? What the heck is Longleat? Never heard of it. I could also add one, like, up here near Fabled, like, in the corner near Silent Shores. But like, there's nothing really around here to rotate with, you know? I was gonna have one here, like, but I just can't afford it there because the memory's too high. Like, around Blissful. Like, I can't put it where I put my marker, which is right here. Like, I wanted to have one here, but I just couldn't put one here, and it sucks. But to make up where we have one, like, right here towards the middle of the map. Go play Project 06 now. I need to download Project 06. It is on my to-do list. Was there something I was gonna do? I forgot what it was. I know I was in patch notes, I needed to change the slipstreams mechanic. Change it to hover platforms, there we go. Have we been to Center Parks? Nope. Have you been to Center Parks? The prison from, I forget what the game's called. It's now Escapists, that's it. Oh, that's what I was gonna do. I was gonna add more, like, Sonic 06 related kind of, like, inspired terrain and, like, platforms around Tropical Tides. That's what I was gonna do. I remember. Things like this. I was gonna add some things from, like, Tails' section from, Wave Ocean to, like, this segment of, the location. I was gonna add them, like, in the water and stuff. Well, there's a Trowbridge. I don't know what Trowbridge is either. There's a lot of places in this world I haven't been. I know, I'm a disappointment. For example, like, we could put this one right here. And this one, like, right here, like that. Because in 06, that is a thing. Like, in Tails' section, for example, you had to, like, fly over to this one, and then, like, fly over to this one to, like, get to the next bit. So I thought, hey, like, maybe adding some, like, ammo boxes and stuff here could be cool. I need to find some. You haven't even been on a plane? I've been on, like... From... Nope, not heard of it. In my lifetime, I've been on... Well, let's think. I went on 4 planes on my own recently. With the whole journey to PA. And then I've been on... Yeah, I've been on 8 planes in my life. Plane to Turkey and back. Plane to Rhodes and back. Plane to Madrid to PA, and then plane from PA to Dublin to London. So yeah, I've been on 8. There you go, it just adds to Tropical Tides a little bit. Adds these like 06 kind of, Wave Ocean kind of platforms around the place. So now, we're gonna add motorboats. As if... Wait, what? Yeah, no, I can't afford them. Just... I see those exclamation, like, padlock things. Only just see them. Do a meet and greet? I don't think I'm gonna do that until I'm, like, way bigger, and even then I don't even think I'm gonna get that much bigger. I don't see myself getting much bigger, like, as from here on out. Like, not until 2.0 at least. You know, unless, like, Epic's super nice to me and puts Inaba in Discovery. Like, again, for like a whole week. I want to get another rainstorm. Is Liv in the chat? If Liv's in the chat, I just want to say, what the hell did they just send in my Discord? What the hell is in... What is that? No. What is that? Why does he have realistic eyes? It's Kirby. He doesn't have realistic eyes. I don't like it. Please get it out of here. Get it away from me. Get it out of my misery. I never want to see it again. Please get that out of my misery. Also, I've just had this McDonald's milkshake in my fridge all day, and I still haven't had it. So I'm gonna have it now. Poggers. McDonald's milkshake is mine. We got a flood, nice. I could do something with this top corner of the map. And I probably will. Depends on when we get a lava volume, I guess. What about the water on the minimap? What do you mean the water on the minimap? It's gonna be a desert zone. 4, 3, 2, 1. Desert zone. Nice. Westbury? Nope, I don't think I've heard of that either. If you can't tell, I don't get out much. By the amount of Inaba streams I've done lately. Ooh, Signal Remote D. That's the speed boost, I think. Yes, or... Alright, so let's test the durability of this thing. It didn't blow up. Ha ha. I don't think it did anyway. It may have blown up the corner a little bit. I'm not quite sure when the water's gonna start to rise. What does the jewel do? The jewel is a XP grinding tool. While you have the jewel in your inventory, You gain bonus XP from any action you do for playing at a disadvantage for carrying it. Because, you know, it takes up an inventory slot and it makes you slower while you're carrying it. So to reward you for playing at a disadvantage, every action you do, elimination, searching chest, opening supply drop, you get a bonus set of XP if it's calibrated. So basically there's no reason to use the llama unless XP is calibrated. It's the only time you would ever want to use it. And even then, you only want to use it if you're like in desperate need of levels. Yeah, there you go. The water's now rising, so the flood is setting in. Let me get that. Status effect applied. So basically it's a crown. Yeah, it's a victory crown, but worse. 18 people in chat. Hey, how y'all doing? Can we play now? No, because I haven't submitted the update yet. Can you break this? Guess not. I thought you were able to break this thing. But yeah, no, since you can see the hover platform icons because of the minimap, because it's a flood, so they're enabled in floods. You can see the minimap. So as you can see, I now can't break the floor, but I can break the wall. I can't break the stair, very likely because it clips into the terrain too much, but I can break everything else, which is good. That's how it's meant to be. I can break these. Where's the, like, power box over here? I can break the power box. But I can't break this, and I can't break the green thing inside it. In short, it's working as intended now. Nice. I need to publish the update. We'll be able to play it after that. No, me 22. Pretty much, yeah. I'm gonna have to try and tear the whole thing down. See what happens. Like, you can tear this whole thing down if you wanted to. Besides the stairs. Yeah, we have a desert zone. Unfortunately, it's a flood. So the desert zone be like, no, no, no. Terrain, you mean floor? Yeah, floor. Whatever you mean. I don't even know what I said. You ran out of tea? We need to get you more tea. Effective immediately. Yeah, you can't break the floor here. Even if you wanted to. Break this. If I break this, everything should come tumbling down, so I'm gonna break this first. I'm at max metal now. Jeez. Man, look at the flood, it's just eating Blissful over there. Look at Blissful, it just got eaten. Look at that poor place. Those poor, helpless civilians. The poor souls. Goodbye, middle. I don't know if I can break the event. Oh, you can break events. I didn't realize you could do that. Well, now I know that you can. Almost destroyed the entire hover platform structure. Hey, can't break the stairs, unfortunately, but that's just how it is. Nah, it's not done. I haven't broken these yet. That's like the last bit of the desert over there that just got sunk. That's a rip. Like, let's see what's in this storm circle. See, in this storm circle, there is basically nothing for you to stand on besides the blissful bow, like, building, right? The only stuff in the storm circle that you can stand on is the corner of that hover platform and this hover platform. Like, this is a bad zone for the flood, I'm telling you. But, you know, there's 2 hover platforms in the zone right now that you can build on top of, so... And camp on top of. And, under the sea. Under the sea. I think it's about max height now. Yeah, like, I think this is max height for the water at this point. Yeah, it is. It's not gonna get any higher than this. So, like, you can be in the water like this. But you can just... Rum. And you're up here. Blissful, my beloved. Are we gonna play tonight? Probably not, it's like 12. I like this, though. Like, you can crank 90s up here. You can build forts up here. Like, you can do all sorts. The blissful roof over there, the zone is bad. That's a bad zone. That's a really bad zone, actually. That's like a worst case scenario zone for the flood. But, you know, flood still looks cool. Nice. That just helps to make the flood a little more bearable. Because now, the issue with the flood is that people don't like having to run from it. But now you don't have to. Because you can just sit up here. Honestly, I prefer these to slipstreams anyway. Do I still have the... Okay, no, I was about to say, do I still have the skybox? You could build bases up here if you're stuck in Season 3. True. You can also use it as a skybase platform. But yeah, I think we're probably going to end stream here because, you know, I'm tired. But we added what we said we were going to add today, being the hover platforms, to make the flood a little bit more bearable. I definitely think it's going to be more bearable with these. And besides, they just look cooler too. But yes, thank you all so much for watching. And did I already publish? I think I did, yeah. And I will see you all in the next stream. Peace. Actually, wait. Hold on. I'm not logging off the stream just yet because of what second place has just said. I just read that before I was going to end stream. So, basically, just so I can answer your question real quick, second placer, In my opinion, fully custom terrain is much laggier, because you have to model the entire map in custom terrain. And in my opinion, it's more impressive to take what Epic gave you and make something unique out of it. So, for example, Fabled Falls. Fabled Falls as a POI was designed around the terrain near it. Blissful Bow as a POI was designed around the archway, and the archway was designed around the lake below, which was already there. So the way we created Blissful Bow is we took the lake that Epic gave us to work with. We built a huge like archway cliff over it, and we built a town on top of it. The desert is fully custom terrain. Like, I mean, that should be self-explanatory. Like, it isn't fully custom terrain, but it's highly custom terrain. Like, there's a lot of custom terraining in Inaba. Like, over time, it's become more and more custom terrain. Like, for example, Crystal Cavern right here. This whole POI custom. This whole beach area is custom. Yeah, like the rock cliff here. Like, this part is relatively untouched, but at the same time, you got Fabled right next to it. So, like, there's a lot of custom terraining in Inaba. I think the least custom terrain is probably around Shroomie. But even then, Shroomie's not completely devoid of it, because you have Chaos Cavern right here, which is custom. So yeah, there's a lot of custom terrain, but it's not fully because there's better performance on Switch. That is your answer. Now that I've answered, I will end stream. Peace.